ain't nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused boy, little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that in 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out great tits. New York's Jay Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the Cuban chain birthed most of chains in the game? Why would I? Yeah.
You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding it like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Q-Bone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we move the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, knock the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up.
I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold.
the sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Tonight, we start Week 9 with a prime-time matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Washington Commanders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
And they also run the downsides of blitzing during the run down because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're heading towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And it's play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Check right.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Franks. He'll get this off to Swift. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Set, ready. Set.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Yellow, blue. White. Ready?
Franks, 3rd down from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Sanders' kick is good, and it's 3-0 Washington. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be over 3rd and 4. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably sort of shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chuck Clark in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And a solid run down inside the 30. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Check smash.
Swift is in. Touchdown, Commanders. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CB, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here, because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This size is a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. There's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous run. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he's going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
5 yards on 1st down, and now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This is brought in by Gibson, and he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance of yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, You make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, Franks. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. On 1st and 10, Franks. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Franks. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And Franks looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Swift, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Franks now. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line. Franks now to throw on first down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Second down, Franks. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. DeAndre Swift on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. A solid stiff arm. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
First down, and they go with Swift again. Down at the 35, it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 32 that time.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
They'll run with Swift, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. DeAndre Swift with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
A first down carry for Henry. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 22, Wilson got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On second down, here's Henry. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 5th goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the bandwidth.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Okay, ready?
They'll run for it with Henry. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pick up there, 22. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off the play fake. Here's Franks. Uncorks one for Davis. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
In motion left, the tight end. Swift going to try up the middle. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Swift again. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. DeAndre Swift taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And some room to run now. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. 117 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the 4th quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On the counter, it's Henry. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brought you.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson on the move to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Zach Wilson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Here we go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got me awfully happy with their execution overall.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 118 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Ultra. Check right. Smith left.
Once again, it's Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Fourth down, Frank's going to throw for it. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Back to the running game with Swift. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Derek Brown, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the fourth quarter. And whether they got